bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Boost Famine. I'm here with my guy, Adam Romano. Awesome dude. Say hi to him in the halls. Always gonna cheer you up if you're feeling down. Today, we will be talking about the 5 lessons of YouTube. I have up with me on screen the 5 lessons of YouTube, and we're going to go through and break them down. So lesson 1 is that YouTube is not democratic. So what that means is that not everyone is equal on YouTube. Your average Joe is different from some corporate sponsored celebrity on YouTube, or basically that's what it's saying, is that not everyone's equal. Some people have more of a say, more of an influence on what goes on in YouTube and how it's run than others. Lesson 2 is that YouTube, it functioned as what the television sets of old did back in the day for us now, in a sort of modern television, or as the article says, postmodern television set. And in doing so, it facilitates the broad spread of a message to millions of people, like commercials on national television did when they still do, but now there's definitely so much more of a following, or even an equivalent following would produce the same results of people using social media, Twitter, Facebook, mobile apps for news stations. Everyone's using that. So that is now the avenue in which this, mass advertisements and, message delivering is sent through, is on YouTube. Lesson 3 states that YouTube reifies distinctions between professional culture and that of amateurs. And that is blatantly obvious if you have used YouTube or are comfortable with the site, because it is, for someone who's familiar watching videos on YouTube, it is instantly recognizable whether a video is some random guy on his camcorder in his house recording a homemade video, or a corporate video like ran through some company's account on YouTube. And now there's an argument about whether this is bad or not, but it's definitely true. So that definitely has a big impact on the way YouTube works, because people gravitate to the nicer made videos, the corporate sponsored ones, or people who have the money and resources to create nicer product, and that gives them an advantage in terms of grabbing and receiving more views, and more, in turn, more money and more sponsorships. Lesson number 4 is that in the name of opening channels of communication, YouTube forecloses community. And then continues to say that it has an enormous archive of videos. You can find almost basically anything on YouTube. However, the way it's organized prioritizes, there's an advantage for someone who's looking for a specific thing on YouTube over someone who's just on YouTube. Can't really, not like they don't know what they're doing, but they don't really have an idea or like a purpose for being there in the first place. So what YouTube has figured out is that people, making it easy for people to search specific videos and finding the highest viewed ones, which are usually the ones people are searching for, making it easy for people to access those videos is much better than giving each video equal representation on YouTube site. Lesson number 5 is that YouTube is definitely DIY. It's a do-it-yourself thing. But unlike back in the day when being a do-it-yourself person, was revered as punk, or looked at as punk by the mainstream public, nowadays, with all the access to information, it's a lot easier, and there's no such connotation with being punk as there used to be. So that just represents, another change, and another way that YouTube has changed how people look at certain things and how society has acted as a whole. I think this article is very interesting. The 5 lessons, I haven't really thought of those before, and I think it is a very interesting examination of YouTube and how certain things work on it, and how people might think YouTube is this free, completely free, like vast, anyone can do anything on YouTube place, but it really has its patterns and uh, people who can control it more than others. So yeah, definitely very interesting article. So that about wraps it up. Uh, as as I said earlier, say what's up to Romano in the halls. Big ski guy. And I also want to shout out Johnny Chome for the great hospitality, letting me use his room to record in. Awesome dude. So check out his channels, his videos, and you'll learn something from him. So that's all. Thank you for tuning in again, and see you next time on the Boost.